Straight ahead on Newswatch 12 weekends, as stimulus begins to hit bank accounts, those who are retired may not see theirs unless they do this one specific thing. I'll explain.
Plus, it's dry and clear tonight, though snow is in the forecast. How much? I'll let you know in just a few minutes.
And for one Wisconsinite, Irish tradition hits close to home for him. And for 10 years, he's been making sure he's keeping it alive. I'll share his story and more as your local news starts now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 Weekend starts now.
Good evening, I'm Rachel Eiler. Thanks for joining us tonight. History can be a big part of the present and future in old towns here in the Northwoods, and a historic piece to Merrill's history is soon to be demolished. Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson explains.
Built in the 1800s, the Scott Mansion is now a historic, treasured building by many in Merrill, but now it's coming down. The mansion is soon to be completely demolished. It's been vacant since 2005. The Ascension Health System owns the building and have decided to decommission it. In a press release issued Wednesday, the company says it acknowledges the significance of the mansion and its importance to the community, but they're not the only ones to know its worth. Pat Berg of the Merrill Historical Society knows the mansion's long history of contributing to the community.
The mansion really has brought a lot of good fortune to Merrill. Was taken over by the Holy Cross Sisters, was the foundation that brought us a hospital, and eventually now a retirement home as well.
Decommission of the mansion began Saturday when the tower was removed. Ascension has promised to give parts of the mansion to appropriate places. The tower will be preserved, and the Merrill Historical Society will get items like the fireplace mantle, stained glass windows, and decorative tiles for display. No word yet on when the rest of the Scott Mansion and a piece of history will come down. Reporting for Newswatch 12, I'm Morgan Johnson.
The City of Merrill Parks and Recreation Department voted to accept the Scott Mansion Tower and place it at the head of Riverbend Trail, though the final decision has yet to be made. Well, Andrew, it's been pretty cool outside. Probably still need a jacket because we aren't hitting those spring temps just yet.
That's right, Rachel. Spring is almost here, though we have one more week to get through, and we have a chilly night tonight to get through before we get there. So tonight, if you step outside right now, you would see stars. We have a pretty clear night ahead, though it will be breezy at times, and temperatures are going to be getting down to the teens, so it will feel a bit cold out there. There is also snow on the way, not tonight, but it's coming tomorrow. I'll let you know how much in your full forecast, but it will be coming later on Monday evening. So right now, current temperatures outside are in the upper 20s to low 30s across the area. We will expect these to drop about another 10 degrees tonight. So here we go, looking hour by hour. We know we're in the mid 20s right now, though we are getting to the teens. This will feel like the single digits by the time that you hit the morning hours getting out the door. So be prepared for that. I'll explain more in your full weather in just a few minutes. Rachel?
Thank you, Andrew. New reports of COVID-19 cases are holding steady in Wisconsin based on the latest data published by the State Department of Health Services. Within the past 24 hours, 270 more people have tested positive for the coronavirus, bringing the 7-day average up slightly since last week. Today, it stands at 420 daily confirmed cases, whereas last week, DHS reported an average of 390. The state is also reporting a decrease in deaths by -2. They say the net decrease in deaths is actually reflecting corrections made from previous reports. And as those cases decrease, more people are being vaccinated. So far, 1,962,159 doses has been administered throughout the Badger State, with 12% of Wisconsin residents now fully vaccinated. Here specifically in our north central region, so far 21% of residents received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, while nearly 12% have completed the vaccine series. There can be some confusion on knowing if you qualify for the recent stimulus checks in the American Rescue Plan, but specifically for those that are retired, it all depends on your annual income. However, the same parameters apply for people who have a job and people who are fully retired. If you make under $75,000 annually, you will qualify for a stimulus check. And if you didn't have the first of the stimulus checks but didn't file income taxes, there's a reason for that.
If they're a Social Security recipient, I believe in the first stimulus, the IRS got all their information right from the Social Security Administration, so they had that.
Gasacker goes on to say that most of the clients at the Aging and Disability Resource Center in Rhinelander will qualify for the upcoming stimulus payments. He adds that if you are still unsure of whether you should receive a stimulus payment, to contact the IRS. Moving on.
The IRS will put out another way to see if your payment is coming or not. And then there will be instructions on how to get that payment if you didn't receive it.
Fit the income criteria should get $1,400 payments, while couples will get $2,800 stimulus payments as well. The snowmobile trails have closed up for the season, but that couldn't stop people from getting together to have one last look at their prize machines before they get put away for the rest of the year. Yesterday, the 4th annual Jars Bar Vintage Snowmobile Show was held in Leona, where snowmobile owners were awarded trophies based on how their sled ranks in 8 specific categories.
We've broken them into 3 classes, 1970 and older, 70 to 75, and then 76 to 85. But if somebody wanted to bring in a sled, I said if it looks cool, you can bring it in.
Owner Craig of Jars Bars and Grills says he always loved snowmobiles, and when he bought his restaurant, he wanted families and people in the snowmobile community to have an event where they could get together and bond over that winter activity.
Before I bought the place 4 years ago, there was always a vintage ride, and it was always to get people to ride but not have enough snow, so we decided to just do a vintage show. So I just more or less continued the vintage thing.
All the proceeds collected from the event's registration goes to supporting field trips for the 6th graders at Leona. St. Paddy's Day is only a few days away, and if you are looking for a pint, Irish food, and a great atmosphere, reporter Megan Mamlock found a pub that can easily satisfy all 3.
Limerick's Public House in Wausau is the true Irish experience. From the Guinness to the whiskey to the decor on the walls and to their authentic Irish food.
When owner Corey Holm would travel for work, he often found himself in Irish pubs as they were welcoming with great food. And it's what gave him the idea to open his own after settling in Wausau, where they're hard to come by.
A place where adults come to have a drink, share a pint or two, have a good conversation, maybe get a little bite to eat, and we focus on wholesome comfort food.
For 10 years, Limerick served only as a pub, but recently became a restaurant as well. Corey wanted his establishment to have that look and feel of a traditional pub and went so far as to get recipes from Ireland.
The chef here, she contacted a pub in Ireland and got them to give the recipes. So we made the first run of bangers from scratch just to make sure that all the seasonings are correct, the flavor, the texture, and everything was correct.
Their menu includes Irish stew, shepherd's pie, classic Reuben, corned beef, and many more Irish classics. This St. Paddy's Day, people can enjoy a buffet from 11 a.m. till it runs out.
Our version of corned beef, we'll be serving that with cabbage, red potatoes, carrots, a homemade Irish soda bread to go with it, and then we'll serve a Guinness brownie.
And St. Paddy's Day would not be complete without a traditional Irish music from 5 to 7 p.m.
We tend to be a little more traditional here, so you're not going to find green beer. You will find plenty of Guinness and Smithwick's and Harp and Jameson.
In Wausau, Megan Mamlock, Newswatch 12.
Well, as I said earlier, progress is slowly underway in the fight against COVID-19, with more people being vaccinated every day. And with that, more states could be lifting their COVID restrictions. I'll break all those details down coming up after the break. But first, Andrew Kafer is getting your full forecast ready. We'll tell you what to expect in your week ahead right here on Newswatch 12 Weekends.
Tired of struggling with regular mirrors that don't adjust so you can't get close enough? Need both hands but you don't have a stand? Can't move in the right direction to see your own reflection? You need Flexible Mirror, the bendable, light-up magnification mirror that comes to you. Watch. Just stick it on and turn the base. The super suction locking mechanism means you can put it on any smooth surfaced place, horizontal or vertical. Lock it onto any mirror, table, or desk. Use it in the shower, even on a window. The secret is Flexible Mirror's super strong articulating arm that's attached with an ingenious ball and socket so it can swivel and rotate for the perfect angle. And look how strong it holds. The mirror is precision crafted with 10 times magnification and crystal clear optics. And with a soft glow LED ring, you'll get picture perfect lighting to highlight every detail. Flexible Mirror makes shaving, applying makeup, hairstyling, grooming, and accessorizing easier than ever before. Plus, men, listen up. The 10 times magnification makes it perfect for giving your beard a detailed trim. Whatever you need to do, Flexible Mirror comes to you. Plus, the contemporary chrome accents add a lovely modern touch to any room. Stop struggling to put in your delicate contacts and let Flexible Mirror come to you, so it's much easier to do. Similar mirrors can cost as much as $100, and they don't even come to you. But you can get Flexible Mirror for the special TV discount price of just $19.99. We guarantee you'll love the Flexible Mirror so much that it comes with our 90-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. And here's the best part. We give you free shipping on your entire order. That's right, free shipping. Here's how to order.
To order, call 1-800-655-8764. That's 1-800-655-8764 or order online at tryflexiblemirror.com.
It may be getting a little bit chilly tonight and snow is coming tomorrow, but we're not going to be running for our parkas because spring is coming and we have milder conditions coming on the way. But for now, right now, temperatures in Rhinelander at about 27 degrees with a light east wind. Same wind in Stevens Point, and they're just slightly warmer at 28. Overall, we are going to be having clear skies tonight and breezy winds, mostly in central Wisconsin, breezing at 30 plus miles per hour towards the north woods. Wind gusts will be a little bit lighter, though still you'll be feeling this tomorrow morning and throughout the entire day on Monday. Winds will be transitioning then out of the more of the southeast than the east, and then they'll be getting more light and variable come Tuesday. So tonight we are getting a little bit chilly, low temperatures down to the teens. It's going to feel like the single digits because of that wind. So here we are feeling Monday early morning. We're going to be feeling single digits in the north woods, central Wisconsin. You'll be feeling more of the low teens, though these temperatures are going to be up into the upper teens to low 20s tonight. So looking at the past start of the month, we have been seeing kind of a mild beginning of the month for our overnight low temperatures. Last night we had a low of 16 degrees. Tonight I think we'll have the same thing, which is where we'd expect ourselves to be. Average for this time of year being 16 degrees. Though that 45 overnight on last week Wednesday, that felt really nice, didn't it? I took a walk outside. It was really nice out. So highs today, we had highs in the 30s all across the north woods. Central Wisconsin, we were reaching for 50 at times. Still pretty decent overall with the wind as well. Not too bad. So now looking at our temperature history, though, we did do better yesterday. High of 57. That one cooler day on Friday. Overall, a pretty warm stretch that's been coming our way for the beginning of the month. So it's kind of hard to believe that we're talking about winter weather again after all those nice temperatures. We do have a winter weather advisory not in effect for our region. It's going to be just to our southwest, and then even worse, a winter storm warning, more so in Iowa and Minnesota. Not really a problem for us. We're not going to be having a lot of snow, so this could be, if we get any snow at all, a trace to an inch in the north woods to central Wisconsin, 1 to 2 kind of in a small line around central Wisconsin, and further south we could be picking up a couple more inches. So the ground is becoming unfrozen, and we have really dry air just to our north as well. So this will be making for kind of difficult conditions for that snow to be really having a huge impact on us. So it may get a little bit wet out there, though it really won't be bad at all. So what we have is high pressure over Lake Superior, and this is all dry air that's going to be pretty predominant as this low pressure system makes it to our area, allowing for us to stay dry for the majority of Monday, so that snow is not going to be coming on in until the later evening hours, and it will be very, very mild, bothering us very, very lightly in the north woods, and it'll be coming on further down towards central and southern Wisconsin. But for now, tonight we have mostly clear conditions coming our way. A light east wind that will be gusty at times, upwards of 30 miles per hour in central Wisconsin. In the north woods, more like 20 miles per hour. And temperatures are getting down to about 16 degrees, feeling like the single digits. Coming on Monday, highs at 39 degrees. Sorry, we couldn't do 40. And we will be having increasing cloud coverage that will be bringing those snow showers later in the evening. Now looking at your Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast. So we have a couple cool days to get started on your work week, right? But then we get back to the 40s, and even better when we start out with spring, we're getting back into the 50s, and check out those overnight lows, all above average for this time of year. Rachel?
Thank you, Andrew. We're all looking forward to that. As people continue to miss routine screenings during the COVID-19 pandemic, concerns are growing that preventable cancer deaths will continue to skyrocket. This makes providing patients with a fast, accurate diagnosis even more critical. And it's why the use of digital pathology is accelerating. Digital pathology is technology that makes a cancer diagnosis possible within hours instead of weeks. Previously, tumor cells needed to be placed on glass slides, examined under a microscope, and sometimes mailed for a second opinion. But now digital images are speeding up the process as they are far easier to store, share, and access. Also, according to experts at The Ohio State University Comprehensive Cancer Center, James Cancer Center, and SoLove Research Institute, it is more likely to result in accurate diagnosis. Something is absolutely critical for guiding cancer therapy.
With this technology, we actually can take the slides and digitize them and review and get them internally reviewed by a second pathologist.
And this will allow patients to start potentially life-saving therapy even sooner. The Ohio State University Cancer Center is continuing to rapidly expand their digital pathology program during the pandemic. Services increased by 15% over the past year, despite lower cancer screening rates. The U.S. is making progress in the battle against the COVID-19 pandemic. More people are getting vaccinated nationwide, and the number of infections is also falling. Health officials say, though, that the next few weeks will play a major factor in determining how the virus will continue to unfold. John Lawrence reports.
The United States may see more relaxed COVID-19 guidelines by this summer.
If we continue to vaccinate people, get more and more protection, without all of a sudden pulling back on public health measures. We will do that. We will gradually be able to pull them back.
Infection numbers in the U.S. are falling, and if that trend continues, Americans may be able to enjoy fireworks with friends on Independence Day.
By the time we get into the early summer, the 4th of July weekend, we really will have a considerable degree of normality, but we don't want to let that escape from our grasp by being too precipitous and pulling back.
And some health officials are worried about just that.
It's a good environment. We're here to have a good time, not a long time. Yeah.
The annual St. Patrick's Day festivities in Savannah, Georgia were canceled due to the pandemic, but crowds still celebrated over the weekend. Another concern? Spring break also has health officials worried that COVID-19 variants could outpace vaccinations.
Well, if you get the coronavirus, that's your own fault because you know the risk of you coming out here.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports nearly 70 million Americans have received at least one dose of the COVID-19 shot, while close to 37 million are now fully vaccinated. Up next, Griffin Stroin is going to join us for Spurt's perfect time for March Madness. That's going to be starting up. Where are the Badgers headed, Griffin?
Wisconsin will have a doozy in their first round matchup. I'll tell you where they're playing. Plus, the Packers made a huge splash in free agency. I'll explain the details of the Aaron Jones deal after the break.
Relax, breathe, put your mind at ease. Sundara is your premier relaxation destination. Discover tranquil signature pools, guided wellness classes, and world-class cuisine. Spacious and secluded suites designed to restore your mind, body, and soul, and the atmosphere you need to truly unwind. Plan your relaxing destination spa getaway today at sundaraspa.com. Sundara Inn and Spa. Energize your soul.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
When searching for your next truck, you want your truck to last. Get the job done right with a Lenz truck. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenztruck.com.
Lenz Truck, Lenz Truck. We got the trucks at Lenz Truck.
We got the trucks.
So much time at home. I need new furniture.
Dylan, it's Slumberland's Build Your Room sale. Look what you can get for just $20, $30, or $40 a month? How about a dining room for just $20 a month?
I'm more of a pizza in front of the TV kind of guy. Recliners. I've always wanted a couple of those.
How about two of these for just $30 a month when you spent $1,800 and pay no interest for 5 years?
Well, hello, Slumberland.
Plan your day ahead with meteorologist Devin Biggs on Newswatch 12 today, weekday mornings from 5 to 7. Utilizing industry-leading technology, WJFW has you covered so you can be prepared to embrace the day ahead. Sports Watch 12 starts now.
We've waited what feels like an eternity to finally say this. It's Selection Sunday. Everyone is creating their bracket, hoping that it goes perfect. Right now, I got Illinois and Alabama in the championship game. But the number one teams in this year are Gonzaga, Illinois, Michigan, and Baylor. The Badgers will be participating in the Big Dance. They were given a 9 seed and placed in the South region. And I'll be honest, they have a tough road ahead of them. Their very first game in the tournament is against Blue Blood powerhouse North Carolina. The Tar Heels finished the year 18-10, which was good enough for them to get the 8th seed. The two will face off in Mackey Arena, which is the home of the Purdue University, on March 19th at 6:10 p.m. on CBS. If Wisconsin wins, things won't get any easier for them. They'll have to take on one of the best teams in college basketball all year long, the number 1 seed Baylor Bears. The Badgers have a tough schedule ahead of them, but anything is possible in March. We'll have highlights and more coming up this week. Many questions circled around the Packers early in the offseason. What does the future hold for Aaron Rodgers? How much is almost 4,500 scrimmage yards and over 40 touchdowns worth? Well, now we have the answer. Running back Aaron Jones is coming back to Green Bay on a 4-year deal worth $48 million. The contract also comes with an extra $13 million tacked on for a signing bonus. That'll buy Jones a lot of cheese curds in the dairy state. Jones announced the deal on his Twitter saying, "Let's run it back." The teams came up 1 game shy of the Super Bowl, and Jones ran for over 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns. On the season, Aaron squared will be staying in Green Bay. The Brewers have been in warm, sunny Arizona for the past few weeks, competing in spring training. I'll tell you what, this team has been a blast to watch, and on a day that was dominated with basketball, I still found myself watching their game. Today, they took on the Seattle Mariners. Top of the 4th inning here, bases are loaded, but not for much longer. Zach Green lines one past the third baseman, and that's going all the way to the corner. All 3 base runners are going to score for Milwaukee, and the Brewers take a 3-0 lead. But now we head to the 5th. Mariners down 2. Bases are loaded for them, and we're going to get pretty much the exact same play, but to the opposite side of the field. Kyle Lewis lines this one into right field, and that's going to go all the way to the corner, and that's trouble for Milwaukee. Seattle scored 5 runs in the 5th, and they take a 5-3 lead. Now in the 7th, the Brewers are going to be trying to climb back into this one. Jacob Nottingham, he's going to hit this one deep and high to solo center field. It is gone. But the Brewers can't get it done. They fall in this one 5-4, the final. Now, when your superstar scores 40-plus points and puts up a triple-double, that's usually a recipe for success in the NBA, but not when you're facing the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis and company held off the Washington Wizards last night despite Russell Westbrook putting up 42 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists. Of course, a lot of that help came from the Greek Freak, who also had a triple-double. But the Bucks felt confident after their win. They had to hold off a scrappy Wizards team and had to rely on their defense to make stops. A win like this only helps the locker room feel better after their 3rd straight win.
Some days that guy is going to have 40, 50, 35 points, but like at the end of the day, there's going to be some close games. So, for that last minute, can you execute now? Can you find the open guy? Can you make it a tough shots? Can you get a stop? And hopefully we can, carry on from this, carry over this to the next game and keep getting better in that.
The Wizards will have a chance to get revenge on Milwaukee. They'll meet up for a rematch on Monday night. And that is all I have for you in this sports block tonight. Rachel has more coming up after the break.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA. For a close shave, you need to get a razor and lather up. For a quick shave on the go, you need to settle for an electric. But what if you really want both? Nick Bolton here with the newest addition to our tactical line, the Bell & Howell Tax Shaver. Designed with the needs of our military in mind, Tax Shaver gives you a quick, razor-smooth shave, whether you're at home or on the go. It even has a built-in trimmer for sideburns and beards. And it works wet or dry for a great shave in even the harshest conditions. That's right, the Tax Shaver is completely waterproof. In fact, you could even use a Tax Shaver underwater and still get a great shave. Navy guys, Tax Shaver is small and compact, so it slips easily into any pocket. Yet it also has 3 powerful rotary heads that can easily take on even the coarsest hair. To prove it, I'm gonna do something I never do. Shave. As you can see, it easily handled even my stubborn stubble. Now that's what I call military tough. So let's review. Tax Shaver gives you a quick, razor-smooth shave, features a built-in trimmer, works wet or dry, even underwater, and has 3 powerful shaving heads. I mean, there's just nothing like it on the market today.
Act now to get your Tax Shaver for this special TV price of just $29.99 with free shipping. It's the only shaver that features genuine Bell & Howell precision and quality and is backed by our 10-year warranty. That's right. Call or click today to get your Tax Shaver and we'll ship it to you free. Act now to get the Bell & Howell Tax Shaver at this special TV price. Here's how to order.
To order, call 1-800-796-1043 or go to taxshaver.com. That's 1-800-796-1043, or you can order online at taxshaver.com.
Welcome back. Federal health officials are urging states to put the brakes on reopenings as the country tries to beat back the COVID-19 pandemic that has claimed over 535,000 lives. This as the White House deals with a mass influx of minors crossing over the U.S.-Mexican border. The Biden administration is now directing FEMA to help with this humanitarian crisis. NBC's Jennifer Johnson has more.
As at least a dozen states roll back COVID-19 restrictions, a warning from the nation's top infectious disease doctor. The country could see a new surge in cases if it lets its guard down.
That's why I get so anxious when I hear pulling back completely on public health measures, like saying no more masks, no nothing like that. I mean, that is a risky business.
Dr. Fauci even urging former President Trump to encourage his reluctant supporters to get vaccinated. Meanwhile, Democrats are blaming the Trump administration for dismantling the system to deal with a massive increase in unaccompanied minors now crossing the Mexico-U.S. border. FEMA agents have been ordered to the border to help.
What the administration has inherited is a broken system at the border, and they are working to correct that in the children's interest.
But many Republicans blame President Biden for rescinding the deal with Mexico to keep the children and say drug cartels are now taking advantage.
And they play the gaps. They find the gaps. They find the places where they can advance their goals, which is basically to make money, and then by moving people into the United States.
The Biden administration says it will try to place minors with U.S. family members or sponsors until their cases are heard. But adults crossing the border are subject to COVID-19 travel restrictions and will be returned to Mexico. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Yeah.
With great deals, get ready to turn your dreams into reality.
Right now, save big with a complimentary first month's lease payment on a new 2021 Highlander. To learn more, visit Toyota.com.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away.
Alan Jackson has become a part of America's musical landscape and a country music icon over his 25-year music career.
Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee.
Now he delivers a powerful performance featuring songs from his very personal release entitled Precious Memories.
I love to tell the story will be my fame and glory. Are you ours? Are you ours? In the blood. In the blood.
Filmed live at the historic Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee, this unique DVD captures powerful gospel performances and intimate interviews with Alan, his mother, and his wife as he reflects on his musical journey.
This is my story. This is my song.
If you call now to order this inspirational video, you'll also receive, as a very special bonus, a 2-CD collection featuring 28 classic gospel favorites.
Love lifted me. Love lifted me. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. He lives, he lives, Christ Jesus lives today.
This DVD keepsake is a priceless addition to any music collection, and it can be yours along with this bonus 2-CD collection for the special low price of $29.95 plus shipping and handling. To order, have your credit card ready and call the number on your screen.
When we all get to heaven, what a
Hi, I'm Justin with Miracle Ear of Wausau. If you're struggling to hear your favorite news or entertainment shows, stop in and see me for a free hearing test.
All right, it's almost that time of the night where we have to say goodbye, but we are also looking forward to these spring temperatures. Andy, I don't know about you, but I am ready to see those 50 degrees again.
I am too, Rachel, though I'm sorry to tell you, you're not going to have it for about the entire week, and we have snow to get through before we get there. So this system may look a little bit scary, though. There's a lot of dry air in our area, so not a lot of snowfall is going to be coming our way, north woods to central Wisconsin. At most an inch, so really not much at all coming down. And then the further south you go, you'll get more snowfall on your way. But for now, looking at your 7-day forecast one more time, we're gonna have a couple of days in the 30s, 40s, and then 50s by Saturday, Rachel. So sorry you have to wait a little bit before we get there.
It's okay. As long as the snow is only an inch, I think I can do it. I'm just so happy that we are finally seeing some sunlight again, especially with daylight savings time. I'm gonna be able to go into that a little longer. But for tonight, that's it for your news around the Northwoods. I'm Rachel Eiler. I'll see you next weekend.